Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you could guess by the title that I'm gonna get Restylane, and so this is kind of my before and after video. And let me just tell you, I'm getting Restylane because I don't like the puffiness that I have under my eyes. There's a little bit of hollowness, a little bit of puffiness, and I really want to address that. It's been bothering me for a couple years now. And I've got these grooves, and so this is what they do. They use the Restylane, they use the filler to fill in the grooves that are under the eyes, under the puffiness that really accentuate the puffiness. And basically they're going to be adding back volume where volume has been lost over the years. And so I didn't put a lot of concealer on. I didn't mess with my foundation too much because I really want you guys to get a really good idea of what I'm starting with. And so let me show you. I've got, you know, I made a video one time about how to camouflage the puffiness, and people are like, you don't even have much. But I do, and I'm about to turn off my lights so that you can really see. So here's the puffiness. These are the grooves, those, you know, you-looking things. Those are the grooves that sit right under the puffiness and really just accentuate it, you know. So, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my lights because, you know, one thing about a ring light is that it casts light in every direction on your face. So it really hides the imperfections and it hides the shadows and stuff like that. So I'm going to turn off all my lights so that you can get a really good idea. I'm only going to have this light up here. And as you know, if you're in your 40s, anytime you're in a room where there's only a light up above you, it's just extremely unflattering. And I have a little bit of light coming from this direction because I've got a window, none from this direction. So this side is probably going to look more puffy, even though this eye is worse and it's more lumpy, and I don't know why that doesn't show up sometimes in my videos, but okay, I'm gonna turn off my lights real fast. Okay, so here I am without my lighting, and this is probably quite possibly the worst lighting that I have in my entire house. So anyways, I'm sure you can see already how the puffiness just really kind of jumps out at you now. Let me see, let me pull my hair back. This is what I have, all that, this. I want you guys to get a really good look at it because I want you to see the before and after. Should it be something that you want to address, you know? Okay, so I just after getting Restylane, and so far I'm loving the result. Now I did, there was some swelling that happened like right away on this side because after we were all done, I was like, I still feel like I see a little ridge there or something. And she did too, so she was like, let me just go in from another angle and see if I can just, you know, drop a few drops right there. And right when she put it in, I guess she knew right away. She's like, oh my God, you're gonna bruise. So right away it swelled up. So anyways, the grooves are gone. I mean, there's still a little bit, and she said I'm gonna be puffy. Oh, my battery's about to die. Okay, this is like 7 hours after I had the injections, and where she said it was going to bruise and swell, oh my gosh, has it bruised and swelled. It is, looks like I got punched in the eye over here. This one right here was the injection site that caused all the bruising. It's totally my fault because at the very end I was like, it looks a little different right there, and oh my God. Anyways, it seems to have bruised all the way up that area from that site. These are the injection sites right there, and then they take the needle. I'll explain all of it to you later. If I'm showing you this right now, then that means the swelling has gone down, because right now it is swollen. They both feel bruised. Like when I smile, it hurts a little bit. It's not too bad. And but anyways, I just wanted to take you through day by day. Oh my God, look at that bruising. I don't have any foundation on and stuff like that, so I know my skin looks pretty crazy. So this is day one. Hopefully this gets better. My husband just went and picked me up some DerMend, and the pharmacist recommended it for bruising. So let's let this stuff work its magic. Supposedly I'm supposed to be bruised like this for up to a week. Actually up to 14 days. It's anywhere between 7 and 14 days. So we'll see. I'm just hoping I'm not overfilled on this side. So, all right, I'll keep you up to date. I'll see you my next little clip. Bye. Doesn't this look pretty? Oh my God. Okay, so this is 24 hours after I've gotten my Restylane, And clearly there is a ton of bruising and discoloration and puffiness, and especially on this eye where I think she hit a capillary. And okay, so I didn't bother taking, this is the next morning, I'm still wearing what I went to bed in, what I made my video in last night. I didn't even bother taking off my eye makeup last night because seriously that was the least of my worries, you know, clearly. So I was just so concerned with icing, you know, this eye for sure, and just putting on that bruising stuff. Now this morning this eye has swollen up, which is to be expected, and they warned me about that. And apparently what happens is, you know, Restylane is a hyaluronic acid, and so it draws water to it, and so once it gets under the skin, that's what it does, and that's why you get the initial puffiness. But once like the product and the tissue find a balance, then it all kind of evens out and smooths out and stuff like that. So right away, it's really bizarre because you can feel the product under your skin, and it feels really hard. It's not soft at all. And so I was like, oh my gosh, you know, there's just a lot of things to really wrap your mind around, and it's all a little bit unsettling at first, you know. Anyways, this eye bruised right away. There was no swelling in this one. So this morning when I woke up, this one had swollen a little bit, which I'm happy about because I feel like there's a little bit more evenness. Since this one bruised so bad, there's even more swelling. So this eye is just, it's even more tender. She spent a lot more time on this eye too. And this was my lumpy kind of eye. So she had gone in and she did this eye first, then she went to this one, and then she went back to this one. And then at the very end, I was like, you know, I'm not happy with this little section right here, which I know I would not have been happy with later. So she gave me another lidocaine shot and then decided to use another injection site over here. And I think she hit a capillary. And so that's why she was like, oh, you're going to bruise, and this is going to swell. It swelled right away. On the way home, I could see the bruising starting to form big time. It was kind of freaking me out a little bit. But I iced it the whole way home, and then I iced it all last night, and I put on that ointment, and I did a lot of praying because, you know, obviously it would have been really nice to just leave going, oh my god, I look so much younger, this is great, best decision I ever made. But instead, right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, this eye, I'm loving this. I don't care, I mean, this whole like bruising and stuff, right, that's not concerning me at all. Because when I go to the worst lighting in my house, where I used to see such major bags, it just looks really flat and smooth. It just looks so great on this side. On this one, there is just this, you know, bruise. I don't know if you can see it from, if I get close, I think it's going to blur. But there's some major puffiness, major bruising. Not as much on this side, but it did swell this morning, and I'm liking the evenness. So I still have maybe a week to go for the swelling and for the bruising. So, but I just wanted to keep you guys informed. I don't even think I ate dinner last night. I think I know I didn't. I literally had a banana. I was just so like freaked out about this. My husband is going, oh my god, Jennifer, like it's gonna go down. It's obviously, I think because this one bruised so much also, there's also swelling that's associated with just the bruising. So not only am I getting swelling from the product, but swelling also from the bruising, because I feel like if it wasn't right there where it's bruising, it seems really, really puffy. It doesn't look nice, you know. It doesn't look like a, I don't know how to put it. It just doesn't look normal. And so, you know, I keep thinking, did she overfill it on that side? But my husband just swears that it's because of the bruising. The bruising is causing more swelling. So I'm gonna have to trust him. But anyways, okay, this is just the day after, so I expected swelling and bruising. I didn't expect this, but you know, it just might happen. So this is why I'm making this video, because should something like this happen to you, you're gonna want peace of mind. And trust me, I've been on my computer like non-stop, like, is this normal? You know, because it's scary, you know, it's your face. But fortunately, this is reversible, so should I not like it altogether, I can just go and get the antidote to reverse it all. But I don't want to do that because I love this side. Now they can remove some of the product should this one still be overfilled after all the swelling is done. But I think I need to wait out the whole 2 weeks, and that's going to be kind of hard because I volunteer at my kid's school twice a week. And so people are going to be like, what happened to your face, you know? So expect bruising, expect some fluid retention, because obviously they're going in there with the needle and they're moving things around and stuff, and that's just your body's gonna react to that, you know, right away. So anyways, this is what it looks like day after, about 24 hours after, and all right, I'll keep you guys up to date and I'll see you in 24 hours. Okay, hey guys, here we are a little over 48 hours later. Actually, it's more like 55 hours later. Had I filmed at 11 o'clock this morning, it would be 48, but it's like 6 or 7. So anyways, this is what I look like today. The injection sites, the bruising that was there is already gone, and you know, there's no discoloration and stuff left there. However, I still am left with this giant bruise over here, and this is, like I said, it hasn't even been 3 days. Actually, I got it done day before yesterday. So they say that by day 3 is when your bruise should look its worst, and then it should just kind of get better from there. Also, just to let you know, for the first 2 days, you're supposed to ice or, you know, put some cold compresses. They say don't put ice directly on your skin. So I practically was putting ice directly on my skin, because I was just putting it in a little plastic baggie or wrapping it in like a paper towel. But anyways, first 2 days, ice to really close those capillaries so it doesn't continue to bleed out into your skin. And then after, I would say 2.5 days or 3 days, you're supposed to start your warm compresses to kind of move that stuff out of there. But I can see that it's already turning yellow, which is great because that means it's on its way out. So anyways, I did notice some more swelling on this side and this side going down a little bit, which I'm glad, because now they're kind of evening each other out. Before, this one had no swelling at all, and I was like, hello, you know, aren't we supposed to swell over here? So anyways, so I do see a little swelling and a little, you know, still a little discoloration right there, but I'm not concerned about it at all, because these lights are really unforgiving for whatever reason, especially when you're, you know, I don't know, when there's some sort of bruising. But in my mirrors and stuff, even in the worst light in my house, this eye looks so great. I'm like beside myself. I literally, like when I cover up this eye and look in the mirror, it's weird because I feel like I'm looking at my 30-year-old self or something. It's bizarre. But anyways, this is the really impressive bruise that I got, and I'm not that concerned about it. The first, you know, last night and the day of, I was really, really concerned about it. And of course I was looking up the worst possible, you know, reason for having this, and, you know, I was scaring myself to death. But I've been really pampering it with some good stuff. And let me just tell you, first of all, one of the first things that I started taking was this Arnica Montana. And this is a pill. You take 4 of these. It's homeopathic. You take 4 of them every 4 hours, and you put them under your tongue and you let them dissolve, and they actually taste pretty good. But they're really supposed to help with the bruising process, to really, you know, speed it along and stuff like that. Another thing, and I started that 2 days before I had my Restylane injections. Now, this is another thing that I bought the day that I had my injections, and this is called DerMend, or actually the next day. It's called DerMend, and it's a Moisturizing Bruise formula. And this stuff is incredible. I think I'm going to do a video on this moisturizer alone, because I'm going to continue to use this even after I've stopped bruising. And then today I just got some vitamin K cream, because I've read that that's really good for helping to really fade and clear bruises. That's what it says, fade and clear bruises. So I've started that today. Like I said, it's already turning yellow. Some of the swelling has gone down. I can still feel that it's real swollen right around the most purple and the most yellow parts of my bruise. So I'm kind of happy about that, because hopefully when the bruise goes, the swelling will go too, and I'll just be left with these beautiful young looking eyes, you know. That is the goal. That is what I'm hoping for. And so so right now I'm looking a little creepy, and you know, my husband, he came home yesterday and I was sitting in the living room. We have this giant window, so a lot of sunlight just comes in through that giant window, and he looks at me and he's like, oh my God, you look like you got in a bar fight. And I did, you know, and I do. I mean, I look like I'm a victim of, you know, domestic abuse. And that's one thing he was saying. He's like, I don't care whoever you run into, wherever you go, you better tell him what you did, because I don't want anybody thinking that, you know, obviously like he hits me or something. So, and I would feel like they would think that too, because I think that if I saw a woman with just a black eye like this, I would think, oh my gosh, her husband hit her, you know? I don't know why your mind just jumps to that automatically. But anyways, even with this bruise, even if I had to do it all over again and I knew I was going to be bruised up like this, I would still do it, because I have a feeling that the results are just going to be phenomenal, because I'm so in love with the way that this eye looks. Hopefully this one heals and it looks just like that one, and then I'll just be really happy. So anyways, I will see you in another 24 hours, and I'll show you the progress. Hopefully this has gone down a little bit. I'm gonna go put some, I don't know what I'm gonna do, heat or ice. I think I might stick with ice just one more day, and then I'll start my heat tomorrow. So that's it. I'll see you in 24 hours. Okay, so here we are, and it is 72 hours later, and a little over 72 hours later. I had this done on Thursday at around 11 o'clock, and it's Sunday. It's Easter, happy Easter, and it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And yeah, I just noticed that I think I wear a gray shirt. I think I've worn a gray shirt every time I've made a progress video. And it's kind of funny. Gray's my favorite color. And it's, you know, most people are like, gray's your favorite color? I don't know why it is, but so anyways, here we are 72 hours later, and this is the progress that we've made. Now, like I said, they have said that about day 3 is when the bruise really looks its worst, and I'm sure hoping that that's the case, because I don't know if it can get worse than this. It's also kind of interesting because when I go like this, I can actually feel the product. It's quite hard. And I can really feel it on this side. There's a little bit of swelling on top of the product over here. Over here, it's like I can only feel the product to about right there, and then it's just so fluid filled right here. And I'm assuming that that is associated with the bruising. I sure am hoping that it is, because I want all that to go away together. I am incredibly pleased with this side. Even if it stayed fluid filled right there, I don't even care. This side is just, to me, it is like the biggest difference in the world, and I just absolutely love it. This side, yeah, I could do without that bruise. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna have to call my son's teacher and let her know that I usually volunteer on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I have to check in through the office, and I don't wanna go in there and be like, hey, try to make excuses for this, you know, because I don't know, I would feel like I was lying and that I was trying to like cover something up. So I just want to get to the point, I think maybe in 5 days, this will be gone enough that I can cover it with makeup. I tried to the other day and it just looked terrible. So I don't have any makeup on it right now. So this is the way that it looks with no makeup on it whatsoever. I do have some foundation on this side and on other parts of my face, but just not over that at all. So that's that. This is a little over 72 hours, like I said, so I will check in with you in another 24 hours, and well, hopefully we'll make some progress on that. I want some of that swelling to go down. Actually, I want the bruise to go away. The swelling, I don't care if, I don't know which one I don't want worse, but it might not all go down for another week. So I don't know, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So 72 hours. See you in 24 hours. Bye. Okay, here we are, and it is day 4, and I got this done on Thursday, and this is Monday. So it's been 4 days, and this is the progress of my bruise. Now this is going to be the last video clip of my progress, because there's just no sense in, you know, watching this bruise go away slowly. So so my next video is actually going to be full recovery, how I feel about, you know, having had Restylane, and then also just the whole experience from beginning to end, or not to end, but from beginning, like the moment I walk into the office, and then kind of what to expect, and then what to expect like right after leaving the office. I just, you know, there's a lot to kind of digest. It's a little unnerving, and so so I just kind of want to let you know kind of what to expect and stuff, because I really walked in there not knowing what to expect. I knew that there were going to be needles in my face, and that's pretty much the end of it. And I knew that I was going to get something filled. I knew to expect a little bit of a swollen, you know, of swelling, but I wasn't expecting a bruise, you know, and there's a few things that I wasn't expecting, you know, different ways that things felt, and stuff like that. So anyways, that's going to be my next video, just the entire experience. But here's the last clip of this little video, the kind of the progress of the days following the Restylane. So anyways, here we are. it's still bruised, and it's still, you know, it's going down, you know, it's getting, there's more yellow and less purple, which is great. And where there is the most yellow and purple, it's still really, really puffy. Now, I've been reading up a lot on the whole bruising process, and they say that usually the bruises are supposed to subside within 7 to 14 days, and it's only been 4 days, so I'm not that concerned about it. Now, the first few days, I was very concerned about it, but now I'm not. I'm just waiting for this bruise to go. I'm just hoping that with the bruise, like I said, goes the swelling. Now, I did read last night a few times that after the bruise goes, you still have to wait like 4 or 5 days for the swelling to go. So I'm expected to not know exactly the results until probably another week. And then I'll know for sure. But, you know, the wonderful thing about this is that should I not be happy with the results, or should, you know, one side be more filled than the other, I can always go back, and she even told me, you know, she always has people come back 2 or 3 weeks later, just in case you need a little tweak, just in case, you know, there's certain parts that weren't filled, you know, to your satisfaction or whatever. Now, right now, because there's still so much swelling on this side, when I smile, that swelling, that swelled portion kind of almost goes up to my lower eyelash line. And I don't like that, you know, and so should that stay after all the swelling and bruising is supposed to have left, then I might want to have a little bit of the antidote to just remove a little bit of the product, because I know that that's not something that I will be happy with for a year, you know, having, you know, my cheeks so high to where they're touching my eyelash line. That just doesn't look natural to me. I'm okay with still having, you know, the contouring of a mature woman, because, you know, I wasn't trying to get so filled that I didn't have any wrinkles or lines or anything like that. I'm 42 years old, so I'm supposed to have some of those things. And I don't mind, I actually do not mind crow's feet. I think that they actually look really sweet, and they can look really beautiful on a woman. I just didn't want the under eye puffiness and then the grooves, because I felt like they just made me look really tired. They made me look unhappy or something like that. And so right now I can still feel that there's a little ridge there. It seems to be softening up a little bit. I'm still completely okay with that. I'd rather have a little ridge there than a groove and a puffy bag, because now, I mean, it's high enough that it's camouflaged the bag, and then maybe it might be a little bit too high, but I think that it just hasn't settled in yet. So I'm not even concerned about that. I'm actually very, very happy with this side, and I've said that in one of my other clips. So anyways, this is the progress after day 4. That's what the bruise looks like. I think it looks pretty good for where it started. So my next video is going to be full recovery, and just an idea of the whole experience, just my interpretation of the entire experience from beginning to end. So I will see you at my next video. Thank you for watching.